On to local news right here in Singapore. Now, Singapore and Malaysia have signed an agreement to defer construction of a cross-border MRT link-up till September 30th this year. As part of the deal, Malaysia will also reimburse Singapore more than $600,000 for abortive costs incurred as a result of the 6-month suspension. Now, speaking at a joint press conference, Transport Minister Khaw Boon Wan said Singapore hopes for the project to resume after the suspension, either in the current form as prescribed in last year's bilateral agreement or incorporating any changes to the project scope. Now, to tell us more about the suspension of the planned Rapid Transit System link, I have political correspondent Adrian Lim with me right here. Welcome, Adrian.
Hey, hi.
Adrian, I understand that you were at the press conference.
Yes, I was.
Tell us, was it very tense? Because this is an issue, this is a matter that has been spoken of quite a bit at that level, right, between Singapore and Malaysia. How was the atmosphere like there?
Well, it wasn't tense at all. In fact, it was pretty cordial, very warm. The press conference was, the whole event, there are two parts to it. One was a joint signing of some documents, the agreement, and the other one would be they were going to hold a joint press conference. So when the ministers came in this morning, they sat down at the table, they were ready to sign documents, but documents were not ready yet. So, I could see the two of them chatting. They looked very friendly towards each other, and because the documents weren't ready yet, they proceeded to have the joint press conference first, and then once that was wrapped up, then they went on for the signing. So you could see, both sides are willing to, on the spot, do some kind of spontaneous impromptu, make sure that the whole thing went smoothly. So I do see them as being very warm and friendly towards each other.
And Adrian, understand that, of course, the terms and conditions of the agreement have been spelled out as well. What are some of the terms of the suspension?
Right, so as part of the suspension, Malaysia is going to pay Singapore more than 600,000. This is for the abortive costs, and from what we understand, these are the costs that have been incurred by Singapore. So as you know, a bilateral agreement was signed between Singapore and Malaysia last year to build this rapid transit system, RTS link we call it. So Singapore has already done some work. For example, this afternoon, the ministers were brought on a site visit to where the RTS link site will be in Woodlands North. And Singapore already started levelling some of the ground on the work site.
And you were there as well?
Yes, I was there. So it's a 10-hectare work site, and it was where the RTS link was going to be, where the CIQ, your customs, immigration, quarantine facilities are going to be. And it's where people will board the train to go to Johor Bahru.
Right. And of course, Adrian, with this suspension, are we still on track, pun intended of course, with the target opening date by December 31st, 2024?
Well, so this question was posed to the ministers at the press conference, and according to our Transport Minister Khaw Boon Wan, he said that we could, if the project resumes after September, based on what was agreed on last year, he expects a delay for maybe a couple of years, but he wouldn't say exactly how long the delay would be. On the Malaysian side, we had a different point of view actually. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said that they would actually try to meet the deadline, and he expects that they could do some things to maybe play catch up, but he didn't really elaborate on what these things would be.
On all this, and definitely, more details will be coming out in the months and to come as well with all the agreement that's been signed. Now, for more updates, of course, on the RTS link, do visit our website at www.straitstimes.com. Once again, thank you so much, Adrian, of course, for coming on board here to share with us more about this matter at hand, the RTS link, and what we can expect, moving forward from here. So there we have it, our top stories of the day. For more news and videos, do head over to our website at www.straitstimes.com. Once again, I'm Haryanto. Join us same time tomorrow for more stories on a big story.